It's the Caitlin Lee MTGO Show.
Oh, I'm gonna take Emrakul here. There's other like reasonable cards that you could take if you got a preference, but Emrakul's just my preference. It's just like the best at what it does. Relic's tempting to me. I'm gonna take the Tyrant though. It will end up sneak attack hum. Could be good there. A little bit later start time than usual. I was enjoying being outside, and I went and got some, got to eat dinner with my fiance. That was pretty good. And this is my 6th stream of the week, too, so it's like a little bonus stream. You cleaned your house today? You're so mad? Nice. I did a little bit of cleaning. I'm finally picking up after all the, like, construction and stuff that I did recently. Oh, what about show and tell, huh? Hell yeah, Adam Caps. That's a nice amount of viewers. 11 years ago. 69 viewers would have been a very large amount for me. What's up, larger than life? How's your Saturday going? Ooh. Portal's a particularly good one to show and tell in. Maybe I'll grab it, Tom. Could also be good with channel. You hear Power Metal for Tuesday? Yeah. Yep, Tuesday we have a gonna have a guest. The lead singer of a Madison local metal band, Lords of the Trident. They're good. They're very fun. I've described them as being very Gen Con before. I want to take the Blightsteel so nobody else is tempted to take Tinker if they see it. A little cube is a treat, yeah. So currently we're very based on this show and tell. So cards like Mystical Tutor, Demonic Tutor, and that sort of thing just go like way up in value. Alternate ways of cheating things too. Like channel, sneak attack, that sort of deal. Well, Chromox is tempting, huh? Yeah, let's jam it. Show and tell a turn sooner, why not? Does Worldly Tutor go up due to the creatures? Sort of. The thing is, we have like a critical mass of those, so it shouldn't be hard to have one when we need one. We'll see how it develops, Oh, hello. Definitely seems like the direction I'm going, Hey, sup Shock Cycle. The MTG directory isn't set. Oh, I thought I fixed that. Oh, I removed the old category, but I didn't add magic. Thank you. Think about how many more viewers I'm going to get now that I'm in the magic channel, Yeah, I don't do enough variety streams to to remember to change my the channel correctly and stuff. It's not second nature to me yet. You'd think it should be, Not my first stream. Use Doomsday and have Oath of Druids be your top card and then 4 creatures below it. Not really high on any of this. Had a pair of gorditas for dinner. I got some leftover chips here. Fresh made chips are so much better. Terrible streaming food. So loud and crunchy. Look at how many cards we have that are going to trigger that beanstalk, Hey, Luckstorm thinks the Sob thinks 15 months. Dope start, not a bad start, Be cool if I actually played this card for once. Yeah, so far we have one card that can trigger up the Beanstalk. You probably want like 4 or 5 at least for that card. A little Mox action. It taps for white, but hey, nothing's perfect. Shame we're losing Archon. But not that big of a deal. Witchclaw Talisman is maybe the most awkward tutor to have in a deck like this, because it gives the opponent an answer to your creature that you spend 2 cards putting into play. Uro is actually not the worst card to Oath of Druids into, because you can usually just bring it back that turn. No sneaky, none. Looking at Coalition Relic, looking at Woodfall Primus. Thinking about Currency Converter. Let's take this Relic. Let's take this Mana Vault. Yeah, Shallow Grave Emrakul takes a lot, right? You need the discard outlet. Right now we just have one with the Occult Epiphany. And then you need, it's like, it's a 3-card combo that's like timing sensitive. So you can't set part of it up on one turn or anything. If I was serious about the other Beanstalk, I could grab Binding here and try and make it work. Currently, we've already replaced 2 lands, though. I think that's just not what I'm doing. Hello. Hello-co. The cheat land there would have been really nice, too. Sherlock Isle. Another way to get the Emrakul cast trigger, Hello, hello. What's up, Mio? Is Oko a fairy or an elf? Oko's a fae. Based on the mythos of, like, Robin Goodfellow. Mischievous fae of the wood. Looking at Terra Sunder, Sink into Stupor. Let's take Sink into Stupor. We have that Chrome Mox. It's kind of nice to have lands that you can imprint, Nice. You saw the sickest laser show last night? Hell yeah. A cyberpunk trance set. Kind of sounds synthwavy, How am I doing? I'm doing great. Having a real chill day so far. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of glare. It is that time of the day. I've got like a sheet of cardboard that I can put up over my window to prevent that, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to have sunlight. Ever. Nice to have sunlight ever. There is some dust on the window. Should probably get one of those cloths, clean it and my monitors off and such. Hey, sup, AJ? You went 3-0 in your IRL cube? Hell yeah. Well done. So far we have, like, no fixing, which makes the Imperial Seal a little sus. We do have green-white fixing, though, if we're interested in this balance. Which I am. If I do play black, there's that Godless Shrine. I think I'm supposed to grab a Malevolent Rumble here. It fills up the graveyard nicely for Uro. The Vamp was definitely too tempting, but again, we don't have any black fixing, so I think we're more likely to cut the Imperial Seal than like add more black cards in. This kit's a good. Kits is okay. At its best, if you get to copy a Time Walk, of course. Hey, thanks, Colton. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Be a good trait mage if I wasn't trying to oath hum. Do you have to play more lands in an Uro deck? Not necessarily. Usually your cube deck is playing 17 lands, and that'll let you like go up to 5. Relatively consistently, so I mean Uro's ramping you to 5. So you don't need more than 7. 17. Hey, look at the Hun. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 3 months there. Thanks for my ever positivity and amazing music. I don't know if I'm ever positive. Always positive, perma positive. But I'm glad you're enjoying the vibes. Glad you're enjoying the tunes. How have we got no blue-green fixing? That's what I want to know. Have I looted yet? Like, played with loot? No, I have not. Well, I put it in a couple decks. I haven't, like, drawn it and activated it, really. Yep, David the Guide. I have stipped where I had to play every card that got drafted, for sure. You end up drafting a lot of lands, and the, you usually end up with a couple cards they just, like, can't play. Like 15th picks that you have no control over. Cut 5 is a better version of the same thing, I think. I like this Mana Leak. I like this Teferi, too. Who decides what cards are added and removed from the cube? Ryan Spain at Daybreak manages the cube content. And he's offloaded a lot of managing the vintage cube to Chris. It's basically on his last name. I'm like fucking terrible with names. What game was the highlight from yesterday's variety stream? Well, I only played 2 games in yesterday's variety section, and they were both great in very different ways. Looking at Prism, Coast, the blue cantrips, maybe. I mean, yeah, Probe is pretty good here, right? Let's see if the Coast is clear before we show and tell. Free cantrip for the Uro. Hey, there's that Tinker. Oh my god. This Tinker's so good. We have Blightsteel and Portal, and we've got like a bunch of random artifacts to sang. A little preordain action. If Daybreak contacted me to make a cube list, would I? So a few years ago, I've had people come into the channel and like asked if I'd be interested in that sort of thing, and I've typically said no. I do have an idea for a cube that I think would go over well. And I've started piecing it together. And I'm planning on pitching it to Daybreak directly. But yeah, I want to build it first, make sure I'm happy with it. Test it a bit. Maybe get some volunteers from the stream to help me test a bit. Does my YouTube guy ever clip those streams? No. So the variety streams, for one, like don't get a ton of views. And my YouTube editor is typically looking to get as many views as possible because that's how he makes money. That's how he gets paid. Is like just directly from the YouTube revenue. Sometimes I will upload them. One of the issues with him doing it is that he lifts it from my VODs. And there's no game audio in the VODs, right? Because that's the system audio that gets filtered out. But I can upload them. I can upload the variety streams with the with all the system audio. So it's a little bit better for me to do it. It is just a lot of work. You find it hard to have a storm deck in this cube? It's pretty hard. So a lot of the worser storm cards got cut, like the mana doublers and stuff. Like you used to have Mana Flare and the green one and a bunch of like untap effects and stuff. And those cards like weren't very good, and they weren't in like the ideal version of Storm, but they did give you like a critical mass of rituals and stuff, such that you could like draft the archetype consistently. And when you cut all the bad Storm cards, it just like there's just not enough there. I don't think we need this Plains. God, that Cryptic is so ambitious. I guess we have the Coalition Relic come. You like the Lava Spur Boots? Could run them. They do Sack to Tinker. What would you cut here? The borderline uncastable Cryptic. We kind of need blue cards for the Forced Negation. You think Storm is always overdrafted? I don't think that's true, Thrifted Mitch. I don't think that's been true for a bit. Unless you consider one Storm drafter it being overdrafted in this cube. Do I like Mycospawn? I do. Love that card. It's great. Chooses up a Wasteland or a Gaia's Cradle or whatever. Talisman kind of sucks. It is another white source for the balance, who's making it a little easier to not play a Plains. I do like the Lava Spur Boots is another card you can like store and play before you balance. Balance is Mind Twist. Do I want to cut one of these? I kind of like the Nexus because we have this Mana Vault for it. Three Oath hits, 4 Oath hits. Oathing into Uro is great. Oath mills you. So it's like, typically you Oath into Uro, you get the trigger, you gain life, and then you also have the cards to bring back the Uro in your graveyard. Yeah, I guess it's just the damn Cryptic, Hey, thanks, Sir Fink. So in an ideal world, this preordain finds me some Mox action or something. Oh, you and me both, sick combos. You and me both. Should have been that. I like half on a Forced Negation there. Emerald here. Not bad. Yeah, regretting not Forced Engaging that Mox Emerald big time. The main issue here is that the balance is going to make me discard a lot. Something we can do though is Oko turn the Mox into a 3/3 and then balance. Then we'll be discarding the Uro. I guess I'll hold on to the Sing into Stupor Just play it as my lane for the turn. Could hold the Preordain. The turn might help me get Uro out faster. Not to bed. Don't mind the dying. Yeah, salty lunch. Salty lunch plus talking a lot. I'm actually gonna grab some more water right now. Hey, Triplin, thanks 101-month subscription. Dalmatians, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, the balance making someone sack a land is always just the most brutal, I'll very often hold back my land drop for balance, discard an extra card, who cares? Get a free strip mine. That's basically what you're doing. The card that you're discarding to the balance was like a free strip mine on their land, Potentially exciting hand. We do have Portal in our opener, which is not ideal. We would like that one to be in the deck. Hold on. We can tutor for the 6-drop that spits Portal out. Maybe that's better than getting Blightsteel. I'm going to play around Mana Tithe here, why not? Multiple ways to get the portal down now. Naya color is nice. I think they might regret that Giver Runes attack. Do they have the Solitude? This hand is way worse. I'll keep it anyway. We have so many draws that just make this Tinker awesome. Vintage Cube is around until April 2nd. And when they remove the league, they're going to leave up the single limb cube. Balance starting to look pretty bad, The old Occult Epiphany Otho Druids combo. Nice Draftomatic. Balance could be a way to shuffle the Blightsteel back into the deck. All of our Tinker targets are not in hand. We have a 6-drop that spits out cards from our hand into play, so well, that could also work just dandy. Is Epiphany good? Epiphany's pretty good. Oh, Blightsteel Colossus is an artifact and a creature. Nice. Hey, good evening, Johan. Do I want to give them an Oath Trigger? I don't think so. So I could tinker up something here, or I could just bring back Uro. I was talking earlier about how good Uro was with Otho Druids, Could play the Coalition Relic into this, but then you're giving them a loot with the Shredder. I think currently they are on the back foot. I don't think we need to give them free loots here. a bad sign. Oh. I don't think that matters, does it? Oh, I see. So then whatever we give them can blink the card. Is PO any good here? I think I'm just supposed to give them the key. So they can PO targeting Retrofitter, Basalt. What is this? Shadow Spear. And then the cat blinks the Basalt Monolith, and they get to float 3. Yeah, this is better to give them the key. I assume that's blinking the Karn. No, they're blinking the Monolith. Blinking Karn's a lot scarier to me here. Sure. Nice. Wait, not nice. I kind of need this Nexus in the deck to tinker into. To have the win this turn, it would be balanced. They go down to 3 creatures, and then I tinker for the Nexus, which puts Portal into play, then they have no creatures. Attack them for 21. I guess they can activate Retro, but they still have to sack 6 permanents, right? So balance attack is still good, even though I discard my whole hand. Oh shit, what up? Hey Lumler, thanks for the 30 months. Cast the key off Manolith, blink Karn, down tick to grab outcome. They would have been 1 mana short of being able to cast that outcome, is Endai. Remember, because they had 4 mana. So if you use one of that mana to cast the key. I still think they should have blinked the Karn, but they would have blinked Karn and then upticked again. Oh, the key untaps Manolith, I see. Yeah, you're right. Usually you try to flinker Karn for a bunch of tokens. Yeah, I can see that being good. It doesn't seem especially good here, though, right? Like, they only had 1 trigger. They only had the 1 key to cast. Or the one card. Could make a Blightsteel first, but then they get to hold on to 1 more thing. What else is in my deck for tinker targets? Just gonna check real quick. Not possible I fucked up here. Playing towards the balance instead of just casting the Nexus and putting Portal out. Like, balance makes them sack. Maybe I should have even let the Oath resolve, huh? Make them sack down to 2 creatures and then chump. I mean, if they just untap with Cat, I think they get to win with their current board. One awkward thing about attacking walkers is then they can, like, sack those to the Emrakul and make it a little less brutal. It's not the worst rip there. Oh, they're not... I guess the Ledger Shredder can still jump if they want. Yeah, basically I was thinking if they untapped with Karn here, they would get to win. So I wanted to be extra sure that we got rid of it, or that they would have to, like, destroy their board protecting it, right? Oh shit, what up? Hey, Tater Chimp, thanks for 44 months. Well, now they're thinking about trying to keep the Karn around. Oh, nope. Opponent does get an Oath trigger. We'll see if that ends up being anything good. Very close for being causality. Overall, I would fourth, just because fourth fits more archetypes, basically. Like, you can splash for fourth. You can't really... I have splashed for a Johnny, but you don't really want to do that. Kind of an annoying card to have with Displacer Kitten Hum. The old splashed 4 Palace Jailer. Balance does not remove phased out creatures. They're phased out, they're not in play. Yeah, Black Lotus and Mana Crypt in the graveyard, Hum. We got to make sure that we get the Monarchy here. And a little sketch with only 8 cards in our deck, but that's how we get our Emini back, and that is how we win, Hum. God, that'll trigger the Vaultborn down, too. I'll get another Oath trigger, because why not? Watch them like Metamorph, copy Palace Jailer, exile Emrakul. Well, that's annoying as shit, Hum. Just oathing it into infinite mana here. Makes the bouncing cat look a little silly. This kind of game is why you love Cube. I'm glad you're having a good time. I would have preferred to have won by now. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Polish Sniper thinks the 88 months. Sniper says, holy herb derp, 88 months! Is that more than 87? I think so. And the investigation will let them tinker again. God, what a obnoxious Oath trigger, Hum. Like, the Oath triggering and hitting, like, Blightsteel or Kappa Cannoneer would have been so much better here. Literally any other creature. And they don't have that many creatures, but... pretty annoying. Portal's in their graveyard, so they're not tinkering for that. In this spot, it would be nice to have Cryptic in, but we got the Cryptic for the Lava Spur boots, so it would have just gotten milled earlier. Opponent's board is much better in paper. It would also just be able to, they'd just be able to go, like, I have a million things, pass the turn. And then I could just draw my couple of cards for the turn and see if it's good enough. I don't think the mechanics of Magic Online do the trick here. Like, it's not just a matter of, like, making enough servos to, like, sack to Emrakul. It's a matter of, like, making enough servos to actually win with Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, Retrofitter, Foundry, Infinite Mana, Thopter Foundry. Well, there's a few different. I mean, Retrofitter Foundry takes way more clicks than Thopter Foundry. I do not envy my opponent's position. Have been there before. I'm not gonna Oath. We have a Blightsteel in there, but we also only have 6 cards. And hitting a creature draws a card with the Vaultborn. I don't think Colonnade serves. What's this band's name? The Last Band? Advent Horizon. Hell of a prog band. Their most recent album was really, really good. Had a bunch of like amazing musicians guest on it. The sync saves me. I'm not sure the sync was necessary. We're at 36 life. The Kappa Cannoneer is currently only a 14/14. I don't think you can like literally go through it all. It does make it so that like if they go for the win, they're gonna like use their whole clock and then die. Is this game 1? I believe it is, yeah. Yeah, if they had gotten like infinite mana on like turn 2 with Retrofitter, I'd have been like, yep, good enough. It's just not nearly where we're at. Bouncing the Monolith in response to the original untap. That would have let us win the game, yeah, on that attack. Because they wouldn't have had a flying blocker for Emrakul. It's going to auto-yield their abilities here. So I don't have to slow them down by clicking OK every time. Always annoying when opponents don't do that. Yeah, they're upgrading to 4/4s. I think the idea is that it just like costs less mana than it does to spit out fresh 2/2 or fresh 1/1s. And they're just farming Kappa Cannoneer triggers here. Trying to get it up to 39. Dead in the air. Well, Retrofitter can make flying blockers, so they're not dead in the air now. They're trying to kill me. They're they have infinite mana, and every activation of the Retrofitter Foundry can spit out artifacts to pump the Kappa Cannoneer. So they're trying to get Kappa Cannoneer up to 39 power. I have a blocker. Well, Kappa Cannoneer can't be blocked. I do have a Sink into Stupor and 4 mana to pay for Ward on Kappa Cannoneer. It'd be faster to just defend until I mill. Yeah, I agree. I think that's like probably their best. That would have been their best chance to win. Just like make a bunch of tokens each turn. Watch me deck out. I've got the Monarch, so it doesn't take very much. Attacking with the Euro last turn was probably wrong, And the Volborn should have destroyed with Emmy. I do think this is an incredibly mean Sink into Stupor. Perhaps the cruelest Sink into Stupor of all time. Just very bad manners. You think they're having fun with the triggers? I don't know if that's the situation. Is there a reason to wait on it until they attack? Well, currently their clock is in the red, and this is game 1. So the reason that you would wait until they declare attackers is if you just want to be the meanest person in the universe and essentially win the match on the spot. These are spots where Moto shows its flaws, respective to paper magic. I mean, that's a matter of opinion. Magic Online saves your time in a ton of different ways, shuffling for you and such. The fact that it wastes your time during infinite combos of all things seems like an extremely small price to pay. And not everybody likes infinite combos, right? I like them fine. But it's weird to be like, my opinion is correct. Infinite combos should not be punished because my thing that I value is... It's like, well, why? I don't really see how making someone work for a combo is like a bad thing. We should have ways to do loops. I don't think there's anything wrong with that opinion either. Obviously, enjoy myself some loops. You lose the match when your clock runs out, Gimped. You are now seeing the situation. Bounce Emrakul at the end of my next turn with the Sink into Stupor. So Emrakul has protection from spells. So Sink into Stupor can't bounce it. And we would have no way of discarding the Emrakul. We wouldn't have 8 cards in our hand. So there's multiple ways that wouldn't work. Opponent on it, at least I'm winning the game plan. Yeah. Oh, we're still going. It's so mean. It's so cruel. It's just the most cruel Sink into Stupor of all time. Just the most unnecessary. Oh my god. So hard, man. So brutal. So brutal. That might be the, like, actual most evil play I've made on Magic Online, like, lifetime right there. Watching them slowly tick it all the way up to 40 power to kill me. Real evil shit. Diabolical shit. How much time did they spend doing that? About 14 minutes. Maybe 12. It was a lot of time. Oh, that's right, but they had a minute on the clock. Yeah, it was probably around 11 minutes. 15 minutes off your clock for a single Sink into Stupor. Oh my god. Alright, game 2, you have a minute. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Halfling Wizard, thanks for the sub, thanks for 46 months there. That was the best to have a sub. I'm glad someone enjoyed it. Mull to 0, right? I thought about just like F8ing and discarding every turn. I don't think you can actually win. win 2 games in a minute. Like, that'd be extremely impressive. Even with the opponent F6ing every turn. Oops. How did I win? My opponent conceded. Double turn 2 Tinker Blightsteel. Yeah. Probably not the best YouTube highlight. Probably not ideal. Oh, no. Well, that's a terrifying cat. Hey, Ross Merriam. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, folks. Y'all should be following Ross if you haven't. If you haven't yet. Welcome, Raiders. How was Ross's stream? Good stuff, I hope. Finally got some cubing in. Yeah. Salvaging 2-1s out of complete piles. That's what it's all about. Turn your 1-2s into 2-1s. Turn your 2-1s into 3-0s. Hey, Zigawitz, thanks for the $5. I don't think this is going to save me here. I don't think a portal would save me here. I could eat 3 1-1s, but then this is just going to spit out more 1-1s. Do some intuitive blocking. I think we need to draw a good one and then also preordain into a good one. I think we need like a nutty combination of cards here. That's not what I needed. Yeah, Tinker can let me Portal or Blightsteel this turn, but neither of those things win. I think I'm just dead. Brutally fast start there for my opponent, Tom. Oh yeah, Balance was in my deck. Should have bottom drawn, Would I be up for a Stip next draft? Thinking Burninating. Yeah, we can Burninate some countrysides. Fair enough, Prince. That's a good thing to point out. Cryptic Command looks good versus that board, but if we can't beat that board, fogging a turn's probably not going to be good enough. I did think about swapping it out for Teferi, but Teferi on the play is so good. You can just go like turn 2 Mox, imprint, bounce their 1-drop a lot of the time. Maybe Force of Negation should have come out. Yeah, you could Malevolent Rumble here and set up like the Tinker plus Equip serve next turn. You're only playing around sorcery speed removal doing that, though. Also giving them a turn to make more blockers or play discard spells or what have you. On the draw, the Teferi gets a lot worse. Oh, let's cut Force Negation, maybe. Leave the Teferi in. Hey, 8 thinks the $20 donation. That's an exciting opener. Nice. Now we just need to avoid drawing Portal for 1 turn. You think we can do that, chat? If we had drawn Portal, we could have gotten Nexus of Becoming, and that would have been fine, too. I know what I would do if I was the opponent. And I know what I would do in response to that. I haven't forgotten your summer quest yet, Zigowitz. Just letting this one run out. Let's track some mood. Split Portal with the rest of the board. Yeah. And, of course, if that is the play, I'm keeping Portal. You could uptick with Liliana. I keep the top pile. Oh. Choose a pile to sacrifice. Should probably be rebuying that Mother of Runes some. Make this Luminarch not a threat. A little bit worried about rebuying Adeline and them having like Crocus or something, but that's silly. How goes it? It goes well, friend. It goes well. Feeling good about this fucking game. Plane cycle, Do I want that bird? I kind of want that bird. Nice. Cruelest trophy lifetime. Let's play the Zigowitz Summer Quest before I forget.